he got it.
Lachlan Giles
Does it
submits
again.
Patrick Gaudio, the second submission.
Wow.
In one night, Lachlan Giles submitted multiple heavyweight champions from the bottom position as a lightweight in the ADCC 2019 open weight category. This wasn't just an average performance, it caused everybody to rethink the modern leg lock game. Lachlan didn't turn up with a new technique, he turned up with a new system. Utilizing the K-guard to enter into the backside 50-50, he caught heel hooks on much bigger opponents and made it look effortless. Let's take a look exactly how Lachlan refined this game in the training room. What's up, NOGIMATRATS? Welcome back. We've got Lachlan Giles working on his leg locks, and we're going to get straight into it. The first guy sitting back on a leg looking for the outside heel hook, tries to step back into the saddle, but Lachlan keeps his knee tight, counting with the berimbolo. Coming up on top in the single leg X, guy's looking for the ankle lock, he just hips out, frees his legs, and this guy looks really technical, he knows what he's doing. Look at this inversion. Lachlan's going to back step out and he's going to attack that secondary leg, looking to throw the left leg over. Lachlan's going to peel it off and come up on top, got the foot on the inside of the hip. Both guys going to enter into the 50-50, and this is where Lachlan had been refining his game for many years. He's a master of the 50-50, and one thing Lachlan does really well is he doesn't necessarily secure control of the hips first. He'll actually grab hold of the foot and the knee and pull you in, getting hold of the heel, locking it up, and then attaching his legs to the hip to block the movement and finishing from there. And guys, you're not going to be able to play these advanced leg lock positions if your legs and your hips and your shoulders and back are super stiff. You need freedom of movement to play this game. That's why I've created a 4-week full body mobility program just for grapplers. You don't need any fancy equipment. It's 3 20-minute sessions a week. You can run it alongside your jiu-jitsu training, no problem, and it's on sale right now. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can get your hands on a structured program that works. Lachlan really slick on the attacks, but our guy's doing a good job defending, keeping his knee line free. Really nice exchange between the two guys here. Now pay attention, Lachlan's going to start passing the guard, looking for a leg drag, but he's actually pulling the leg to the inside hip so he can sit back to start working on that leg. Our guy's going to do a really nice job defending, controlling one of the legs, looking to push on the hamstring. Now watch here, Lachlan's going to keep hold of the foot and he's going to reach down to the knee so he can start pulling that leg back inside of his own. He straightens his leg on top of the other guys, clearing the hamstring push. That allows him to dig even deeper. The guy's trying to rotate and frame on the leg, keeping control, but Lachlan's going to catch the heel and finish the submission. Let's take a look at a technique Lachlan likes to use a lot.
So in summary, for the backside 50-50 entry from 70-30 here, we're going to step, hook, keep our opponent a distance, bring the leg up high onto our armpit, do a back roll here as our head comes in, and then we chop our foot through and we start to then extend deep and down to the ground, forcing the knee down, exposing the heel and getting the finish.
Now watch Lachlan do that in full speed. Really fluid technique. The key detail being that you've got to get the bend in the leg. If you don't get the bend in the leg, you're not going to get the same amount of break and pressure. Now in slow motion, you can see how he rolls onto his shoulders, threading that top leg through and then putting the pressure down on the knee. Here's an example inspiring. He passes the leg across to the other side, and this time he's going to get it from a different angle, but it's the same technique. He's on top this time, and he's going to throw that right leg through and weave it into the hips. Now he's digging for that heel. He's got a nice bite. The guy's going to tap. There's another example here in competition. A lot of guys tend to run away from the leg lock, but the way that this technique forces that bend in the leg, it makes it really hard for the guy just to run away and pull his leg out. One thing that I want to highlight as well is that you don't need to be rolling every single round with an elite world-class grappler in order to refine and polish a system. It's actually better to test your techniques against lower level guys, purple belts, blue belts, and then take them to the guys that are more advanced in the gym, see how they do. Go back, work on the mistakes, work on the errors, tighten up the positions and figure out your options. And then once it's ready, you can take it to competition and dominate with it. So that performance you saw at the beginning of the video, Lachlan in ADCC 2019, that wasn't a fluke. That was years and years and years of hard work and refinement. And that process is exactly what you're seeing here. Lachlan's rolling with the guys. He's just playing his leg lock game. He's working on getting the position and catching the heel hook. And he just keeps repeating and repeating with different guys. He's finding all the problems, figuring out all the solutions, while learning how to connect all the positions together fluidly. And Lachlan uses his open guard retention to set up the K guard. He allows the guy to pass towards his shoulders. And you see there how he connects his hands in a gable grip behind the knee, then shoots his left foot across the hip. That's allowing him to enter into the backside 50-50 because he can use his feet to push and get the guy's hands on the mat, exposing the back of the leg, and he throws that right leg over. Now look how he inverts through, and he's trying to put the guy down to a hip to make it easier to attack the legs. The guy's posting up on his right arm, keeping his hips up off the mat, doing a nice job, but Lachlan manages to catch the heel and finish. And there's actually a small detail that most people get wrong when finishing the heel hook. I'll let Lachlan explain.
When you want to get power into your finish, we're trying to bridge as heavy as we can into the knee. If you're pinching your knees together like this, or even if one's pinching, you'll take away a little bit of power. If you look at if you look at the photos of me in ADCC, I got my feet like open and I'm bridging like this. Look at some of the stills of Craig Jones finishing. He's like flaring his knees as he brings his hips in, because that's how he's getting power into that bridge. Okay, and I've seen some heel hooks recently where people didn't tap, and it was usually like one leg was kind of like this or something, and the guy's like obviously copping, some down. You should tap, like you shouldn't cop damage at all. You should just tap. But some people seem to be willing to fight a little bit. Some crazy people will fight out of a little bit of damage. But if you start like bridging like this, they're gonna that's a real serious threat that they're dealing. Okay.
And that's such an important detail, because yes, you do need to control the leg by pinching your legs around their hips, locking a triangle. That's going to help you stick to the guy as he rotates. But once you catch the heel and you want to break and you want to finish the submission, you need to open up your knees and bridge your hips through in order to get the finish. Lachlan throwing his leg over, looking for the 50-50. The guy's rotating and rolling through, trying to keep his knee line free. Lachlan holding onto the heel. Our guy's going to look to counter with a berimbolo, looking for the crab ride hooks. Doesn't manage to get it, stands up, back into the guard. Now look at this important transition Lachlan makes. He grabs the knee with the right hand so that he can pommel his left hand inside and grab his own shin, allowing him to invert round. Now he's got that right leg across the hips. He's going to throw the left leg over. The guy stands up and Lachlan's going to put him down to a hip. He crosses his legs to defend. Lachlan immediately looking to scoop the leg and grab the toes to unlock them, grabbing the knee line, throwing the left leg over. Now he's going into the 80-20. His partner's doing a good job defending, rolling through, trying to keep his heel safe through rotation. He's going to push his foot on the hamstring to try and free his knee line, but Lachlan's got a really nice grip over the top of the knee and on the heel. That's stopping him from just pulling out, but he managed to slip through, throwing his own legs back over. He's going to look for his own attack. Lachlan's just going to pull both feet to the other side, forcing him back into 50-50, where Lachlan knows he can outplay him. And look how Lachlan scoots his hips away, trying to drive his knee to the inside of the opponent's legs. That's going to give him a much better angle where he can attack the leg while keeping his own feet safe. Our guy, sensing danger again, is going to go to his knees and try and run away. Lachlan just holding onto the toes, stopping the guy from pulling his leg out. He's going to push that foot under his armpit. Now look how he lets the guy rotate and just keeps his grips the same, and the guy's going to put himself in the heel hook. Luckily he was able to rotate out, but that's such a nice setup. Rather than chasing the rotation, you keep your grips tight and your hips in place, and you allow the guy to rotate through until he completes a full circle and puts himself back in the heel hook, exposing his own leg. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. Remember, if you want to unlock these leg lock positions, not only do you need to learn the technique, but you have to be able to put your body into these positions. So don't miss out. Get your hands on the full body mobility program now. It's on sale. The link's down below. Thanks for watching the video. Join the Rat Pack and subscribe to the channel. We've got great content coming out on a regular basis, so don't miss out, and I'll see you in the next video.